find me putting down my thoughts and just sharing stories, great stories about what's going on in the city of Flint. And you can find that at flintdawn.blogspot.com, and it is City Speak. And if you get a moment to look at the page today, you'll see there are already pictures of the mayor. He had an opportunity to welcome the Hollywood cast of Alleged to the city, and there's pictures there. Also, Dr. Ed Montgomery was in town last week, and that was a great and productive meeting, and we were able to get a snapshot of Dr. Ed Montgomery and the mayor. That's also on our Twitter page, on our blog page, I should say.
And let's not forget Donna Brazil, Dawn,
yeah.
because we were able to be right there. I can't quite say front row seats. We were a little bit off to the side, but we were at that event, and she is such an inspirational figure, not only for young black women, but for women of all colors, for people of all ages who have seen what she's been able to do with her life through her own involvement and dedication to our political process. You might not always agree with her stand. Maybe you're a Republican and she's, of course, a Democrat, but I think we can all respect what she's done to make this country more inclusive and to make sure that people have the opportunity to vote and participate in their own democracy, because that's what this country is all about. So that is, and just like we were saying with the Twitter, that's how you can follow me. This blog is how anyone can get an inside track through Dawn Jones to everything that's happening in our city hall. So if you're one of those people who's been reading, let's say the Flint Journal online, and you're getting disgusted with those comments, the people who just, no matter what happens, they've got some negative criticism to say or some slanderous remark to make about another person who's trying to make a post, then go for a change of pace and something more refreshing. Take this real inside track to what Dawn's putting up, because you'll see a lot of information that's not showing up in the media, things that are happening every day, and that's what we're trying to do, is get this message out.
And we are excited about it. We also want to thank those of you who accepted our invitation last week to join us for our Open for Business Small Business Neighborhood Forum. That happened on this past Tuesday. What a success that was. It was an absolute success, and we owe a lot of it to those who came out and participated and shared their thoughts and listened to our presenters. And we're going to let the mayor speak a little bit about that before we introduce our guests who we brought with us from that Open for Business Forum.
It was a full house, and we had people running businesses from all across this city, small, medium, and large, self-employed, presidents of corporations, and people also who are interested in starting businesses, who have that entrepreneurial spirit, are looking for some way to do something different with their life, hopefully make a little bit more money, do something that's more meaningful to them. And I think we gave them a lot of tips from what we're doing with our administration to open the doors of our own city contracting process. And Derek Jones, who's our purchasing director, I've asked him to organize a vendor fair. And that's coming up November 10th. We'll be talking more about it, but if you want to pencil that in to your calendar, November 10th, right back at City Hall, is going to be one of the next steps in this Open for Business initiative. But it was a great crowd, good questions about financing, about the future of Flint's more diverse economy. And I want to say publicly again, my personal thanks to the Genesee Regional Chamber of Commerce and their team. We had it right at Antioch Missionary Baptist Church. Pastor Randolph opened the doors of the church to us. That was a great location, and we needed all that space.
We sure did.
That fellowship hall was completely full. Councilman Delrico Lloyd from the 1st Ward, our city council vice president, he was there to show that city council is 100% behind these Open for Business initiatives, so I appreciated his leadership. I mean, the list just went on and on with all the different partners that were there, but especially this Genesee Regional Chamber of Commerce, Pastor Randolph, Councilman Delrico Lloyd. They were the real leaders who helped put this together.
And I'll just expand on that a little bit and offer my thanks as well. You all answered our invitation and you showed up and you had questions, and we hope that that forum did exactly what it was intended to do, give you resources and information to help you grow and prosper your business right here in the city of Flint. We are pleased this Thursday to welcome to our Talk to the Mirror program. We brought him all the way from our Open for Business neighborhood forum. He was so great. We says we need to expand on that and have him share with the listeners of WFLT. I'd like to welcome to our program Nell Taylor. He is the business manager for the Genesee Regional Chamber of Commerce, and he has put together an awesome team of individuals in this community who are helping to foster new business growth called the E-Team, and we want to talk more about that today. Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
First of all, just let the listeners know a little bit about what you do there at the Genesee Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Well, my role at the Chamber, I'm the Business Development Manager, which I have a vast array of responsibilities, like I elaborated on at the forum. Everything from attraction to business retention, and also being a center point for entrepreneurs in the city of Flint and Genesee County. Like I said at the forum, one of the things that happens often with me is my phone rings and I answer it, and I really don't know who's on the other line. It could be someone that's looking to move into this area from out of state, that's looking to bring jobs to the area, or it could be a mom or pop shop who's looking to expand their business. I get everything across the board. So those are my main responsibilities at the Chamber. I have a strong focus on the retention of business because that's one of the things that we feel it's important to do in the city of Flint, is to retain the existing businesses that we have and try to offer them every resource that's available to keep these businesses afloat.
And it's so important what Nell you said about being responsive to businesses no matter what size or shape they come in, because that's really what this Open for Business initiative is about. And we know we also have to do some work at City Hall to clean up our ordinances and make this whole process more streamlined. But it's also about a commitment we have to serving businesses of all sizes equally at our City Hall. We don't want a process that's so complicated that it disadvantages our local entrepreneurs, our small businesses, our minority and women-owned companies that are trying to make some progress. So what you said is so important, that spirit of serving businesses from the largest corporate executives down to a person who's self-employed and running a business out of their home. The doors of City Hall are open to all those businesses, and this is what we're so excited about with this partnership, because you have that same spirit at the Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Absolutely. Just to elaborate on the E-Team, the E-Team is a short name that we use for Regional Collaboration of Entrepreneur Service Providers. Currently we have about 15 agencies represented within that team, and my purpose of actually bringing that group together, it was just that reason, that those phone calls that I would get from the very beginning stages of business development, and just trying to find a resource for these individuals, which may have been a service that I couldn't provide as far as writing business plans or marketing plans or things of that nature, because I knew that there were existing agencies in Genesee County that could offer better assistance than I could and had more time to spend with these entrepreneurs. But actually, one of the biggest response that we've gotten is that we found out that this E-Team collaboration is one of the first to ever actually be established throughout the United States. You and Dawn sort of stole some of my thunder when you were saying that the world is watching, because that was something that I really wanted to drive home, because that's one of the reasons why I think it's really important for us to collaborate, because as soon as you think someone's not watching, absolutely they are. And the world is actually watching us, and we know that just because of some of the press coverages that we get from across the board. And they're really going to be looking to us to see how did Flint rejuvenate its economy? How did Flint get the ball rolling? And as you see now, we're on our way. There's some things that's going on at the chamber that at a very high level, but there's also a massive communication